shared last time, I couldn't help but share this with you. And share this with you, in particular my math team, because I know that you guys will love this. And you guys are going to be the group that tests this out for the building, okay? So I think you're going to find this going to be beneficial for you. So without further ado, you can see the objectives. When we were here, just to be transparent, one of the things we noticed, and this is not in math, this is not anything in particular, this was 15 minutes of a class period where we stopped by 6 classrooms on a one day out of a million days that you have, a million hours that you work with the students on. But one of the things we noticed was that classroom talk, just making that more fluid around the building, having students be excited about that dialogue, and also to us using that as a way to assess them, and really leaning towards that. And I think once you all see this, you'll see how beneficial that's going to be for you all. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started, because when we said 30 minutes, hopefully we can stick to that. But one of the things that you notice when you pull this up, this is all interactive for you all. So you can always just click on these links and it'll take you wherever you need to go. Talking about, oh yeah, that's right. How do you open it on here with the special? How do you click and open a link on here?
I would say maybe control, like it would have to be on the keyboard, like control.
Oh!
Okay, that's what I would think.
That's not without me having to do that.
That's not.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is maybe control.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about it.
Yeah.
So what I'm providing here for you all, it's just kind of a way for us to think about how our students are talking. And really to get our students up here. They're using that target vocabulary. They're discussing the content at all times. They're giving multiple reasons for answers, which is great in this course, which is why I wanted to do this. And for our students that aren't talking, this is good for them to help get them comfortable. But then also, most importantly, that they're respectful to each other. And after we get through with this math challenge, then you guys will understand the importance of that. So without further ado, this next part is for you guys, okay? So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna go ahead and click on flipgrid.com, or either enter flipgrid.com in your search engine, and then when it's, oh, look, this is going to be 30 minutes. You guys are already in there. Okay, this is great. So you now can see how Flipgrid, you can see the platform. I love the way it looks. As you can see how easy it is for you to get into it. All I had to do was just put that code in, DeKalb Math. So it's really easy for the students to get in and access and use it. So actually, I'm going to let you guys do now that we're on there. As soon as this comes up, are you able to see the page and see that there's 2 links there? One says Let's Connect, right?
Okay.
And that's basically how your students will introduce themselves to Flipgrid. Basically allows them, you know, like a class introduction when you have those online classes where they'll say, okay, introduce yourself, tell us something about you. Right. Another way for you to get to know your students, and while you're getting to learn, and for them to get to know each other as well. So that's what you can do for that. So all of the Flipgrids have that to start with. So that's the default. But the other one I created just for us. So what we're going to do now is actually try it out. So did you guys said you had your partner, right?
Correct. Yep.
You guys are going to be doing big math challenge. So I have some special problems for you. Okay. Okay, excellent. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put on a timer so you guys understand the directions. Is that you have 5 minutes to work on the problem. And if you can use the space for your writing or the chart paper, it's up to you. That's why we pulled that out. Is you all will be explaining this on the recording, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. Notice, people, I was able to add the rubric as well. A math problem solving rubric to guide the students as they share their answers. So that's there for you too as you work through your Flipgrid, okay? Another question. So when you guys are ready, remember, you're going to be explaining how to work the problem out. Feel free if you want to move to the other side if they're too loud for you or whatever. All you have to do is press this button, and you'll be able to log in using either Microsoft login for work or your Google login, and then it'll allow you to submit your video submission, okay? So as you guys are finishing too, that's all you have to do. And then you can record your explanation of the problem.
What? Wait. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. Hold on.
I'll come over.
So you telling me I don't have to write anything?
No, sir. Not unless you want to.
That's cool. All right, you gotta do this real quick. Oh, wow.
You like it? Now you can take a picture that'll freeze, and you know how when you come up on the screen, it'll have a picture of you. So if you want to take a selfie
There you go.
together, you could.
Costa.
Okay, yeah. And then that's
All
it.
right. Wow. All right. No, that's cool.
Okay.
No, that's cool.
Now see if you can see their work so you can respond to them. Yeah, okay, perfect. So you're gonna pull up theirs, listen to it, and then reply it, offer another option for them.
So here we go. Now, how do we respond?
So you click on their response.
And then hit the button right there.
So did you click the button under them?
Yeah, that's
Because it should be up here. Let me refresh.
all right.
All right, you guys successfully completed the math challenge. And so now you have an idea of exactly how Flipgrid works. So you can see that you can get your students to do a video recording. What I love about it with math, what you did today, you gave each other feedback. That's awesome. You guys were using all kinds of classes.
How do we see the response?
Working through with it. For you as a
I gotta click on the initial.
yes.
Got it.
So if you click on yours, right, your response, you'll see what they say, right? And so you can keep this dialogue going back and forth if you want to. You can stop it here. But I just wanted you to see from this platform what you get to see. I can see your responses. I was showing the other group, you guys, we can hide responses if we want to until we get to review them. So what I would like for you to do, one of you, we're going to go ahead and create an account, okay? So Professor Sampson already has his done, so I'm going to keep them moving ahead. But for the rest of us now, we are ready to go ahead and start an account. But before we do that, I wanted to show you an example of how a math teacher uses it in her class. Okay, so let's hear what she has to say. Okay, so that was an example in math. So I'm glad you all are liking this because I like it too. I see your wheels going. I see you're getting excited about it. Professor Sampson's already set up an account, but what I want to show you is that it's not very difficult to do. So I want to go to where I already have one, but I'm going to make a new one. Wait, let me log out. Okay, good. So with the educator login, I'm currently using a Gmail account, but I would suggest, you can use our Microsoft login. So I'm just going to log in. If I log in. Okay. But what you do is when you get in, you're going to click on New Grid. Because this is what basically your assignment was on. They call those grids, and that's what you place on them. And so the first thing you want to do is select your community. So you can use your school email, which is easier for the students to sign in for them, or you can have them use their student ID. And for this one, I made it a PLC to be public since it's us working together, and we don't have to be so secure with the students. But I would suggest you using the school email for this one. So all you have to do is name it, and I'll just name it Fun with Math.
This is logging out of the DeKalb.
Yeah, you have to log out as DeKalb Math to make your account. Because right now you're in as kind of a, I want to say a student, but participant, and you want to be the creator. Okay. So I named it Fun with Math, and what's really cool about the code is you can adjust the code. If the title, like DeKalb Math today, wasn't taken, I couldn't believe that. So I could just title it DeKalb Math, or you might be able to put Professor Sampson first period. But that's something you want to consider too when you set up a grid. Do you want a different one for each class? Do you want one grid that's going to support all of your classes? I know some of you may only have, a small number of students, so you might put all of them on one. Some of you may have larger classes, so you may want to do a separate one for each class, but those are things for you to think about. And I'm going to see if I can do Fun with Math here too. You can even add another measure of security if you want to, where they have to have another code once they get in, but that's up to you and how secure you want it to be. Okay, very good questions. Okay, so I'm in here with this grid. I have a whole new thing. And what I can do is I can add a new topic now. So this is important because this is really how I set up the math challenge. So this is when you're going to put in a topic title. And what I love about this one, you all, is you can decide how long you want to hear them. Hello? Don't mess up like I did. I made a mistake and put 5 minutes, and they really did take up that time. And I was like, oh, wow, this is a long time to be sharing a response. So you may want to limit that so you can decide what time. I know for me, 1 minute and 30 seconds is ample. You can give them a tip, like if you want to say use your formula guide, you can tell them that there. You can change the date that you want it to be released to them if you want to here. But this is where you put in your instructions. Okay, and then here, now this is interesting. If you want to preview the videos before the students give it to each other, I always do this with students because it's a safety mode. You have to turn this on. So I take the time, I allow my students to submit the response, and then I take the time to preview it. And if I need to say, okay, it's not time for us to be in our bedrooms dressed inappropriately, or whatever the situation may be, I can check that or send it back, or I can say, okay, you did the wrong problem. Let's say I want to assign everybody a different problem for that night. No, Johnny, I gave you 13. I need you to go back and do that. So when you put that video moderation, that gives you control over who sees and when, okay? So that's really important. I wanted to share that with you. Then you can make it active or inactive, and you can freeze it or not. You can leave it open forever. What's really interesting is right here, you can record a video, upload a video. Professor Sampson, I think that's what that teacher did there. She had a video that she uploaded so that you could see that screen and all that. You can add a video from YouTube or Vimeo. You can upload a picture, image. So let's say you had a problem and you want to work on that one problem, or have an image that you want them to analyze. You can put that up there for them. You saw how I add my Giphy because I like that because it's fun. And I saw Professor adding his emojis. So you have a lot that you can do there too. I also was able to add attachments, but they have to be in link form. So if you have like a Google form, you could put it in Google Docs, or if it's in Outlook, you can have links for that. So all your documents in Outlook or in Google Drive have links for them. Okay. Video features. So yeah, so you can decide if you want to add stickers and drawings, if you want your students to be able to do that or not. You can make stuff public. So you can even, do all these things. So this is just fun stuff that you can change. Guess what? You can give feedback. So what's really cool is that they have rubrics you can give points. You can do all that stuff within Flipgrid. So there's a way for you to give feedback that way too. So you can assess your students. And then all I got to do is create it. And that's it. I'm done. I'm ready to send it off to my students the next day. So this is my little makeshift one, my little 2-second grid here, or topic here for my students. So it's that simple. So the next question is, you guys, how are we going to use it? We saw how that teacher used it. I gave you an example of how to use it. I know you guys can definitely get more creative and more exciting. So that's our exit ticket today. Is what's a way that we can use this with with our students. Are we gonna do this once a month? Are we gonna do this once a week? Are we gonna do this every day? Are we gonna give this, you know, is everybody gonna use this platform? Just like those ideas, how can we actually use this so that you can be a model for the other teachers in the building? That's the ultimate goal, okay? So, I'm gonna let you guys think. I'm gonna let you guys think about how to do that. Give you a few minutes because that's our product today. Is how is the math department going to incorporate Flipgrid into their classroom? And see, Professor Sampson has some ideas that I don't even, he's way up here. So you guys, I can't imagine the stuff and the ways that you're gonna be using this platform. When I saw it, I couldn't believe it, and it's just, the whole world opened up to me. So in science, we do stuff like put up images of cells and ask the students to describe them, or they can, you know, put out, you know, make models and describe them. So, I mean, it's limitless, the amount of things that our students can do. So I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to talk about that, and then we'll come back, okay?
Okay, before you get that flip code, I didn't have to change the domain name, that's just flipgrid.com, right?
Yep, so it's always gonna be flipgrid.com, and then it'll add the code to the end of it to get to your topic.
Got it.
Okay, excellent. And please continue to ask me questions as you have them, okay? And I'll you see how it is, Ms. Taylor?
More
Okay. You can grade
generalized,
them on ideas, you can score them
more
on a scale
general
of
strategies,
1 to
like
5. You can even make your
use
own
it for
custom one.
students that are absent.
Grading
You see what I'm
it and
saying?
then on performance.
Use it to record lessons for
Scale
students
of
that are
1 to
absent.
5. You get feedback.
We can use
Be a
it
comment.
to,
And it'll either email
foster.
or go on the grid for them.
a more transparent, collaborative learning. Whatever your ideas are, we go with that. That's what I'm having you do. That's exactly what.
We'll take about 3 more minutes to talk about it.
They need to actually see themselves. Like if they see like how they're verbalizing it, maybe they'll kind of like, you know, think about constructive. Also allow you to share opinions with each other as well.
I hate that I can hear. Don't take it the wrong way, brother.
Oh yes.
No, it's like as you're thinking and then you hear him say it, it's like I ain't gonna write it down.
Right.
He already has it written down.
Right.
I just wish
Now
I
y'all
could hear
could
him.
team up now, if y'all want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
now we're all together.
Yeah,
Because now we're like planning
Let's do
as a
that.
team.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Can you give me another one?
We are much better
Another minute?
together.
All right. So we got a mini comparing and contrasting highly involved procedures, mathematical procedures such as completing the square, things of that nature. We got an especially great like you don't have to wait for them to come back. You're literally able to keep them abreast right then and there, even though they're somewhere else.
Right.
We got used to help foster individual accountability for collaborative movement. We individualize people's input and then forcing them to interact with each other's posts is being able to, you know, that kid that you don't know is really actually collaborating.
Right.
Or just sitting back, letting everybody else
No,
steer the wheel. You know, you're able to pinpoint and kind of, not force, but
really like that.
provide an incentive for that kid to.
Right, to collaborate, and then you can like you said, you're individualizing it, so now it's not a guessing.
Exactly.
I like that.
And you can't hide.
Right, I like
All
that.
right, what y'all got?
So we were saying, we can use it for like constructive responses and like small selected tasks. So like, let's say if we're working on a constructive response or similar questions, then, you know, have them just verbalize it. Because I know a lot of times, like algebra, I think they lack in like structuring what they actually mean.
Right.
So then just kind of like even grading them on that, you can kind of, you know, better, you can guide them a little bit better. Like you know, like the rush model that we did. You know, most kids will just say, well, we don't know this or this, but just, you know, having them practicing the language.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm just trying, that's gonna be my goal, trying to figure it out.
Okay, I'm loving what you're talking about. Okay, so if I was gonna do what this paper says, and I'm coming back to follow up, and you guys are gonna be able to show me how your students are using it, when would be a good day to do that?